Man United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Easy today. A nice comfortable win, considering we've been away for a while. And these are the games where, you know, they can be banana skins if you don't turn up and apply yourself. But we avoided that today, man.
Yeah, Forest are shit, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. They are terrible.
Yeah.
Before we start though, I want to give a shout out to something that you don't see very often. Jesse Lingard, the guy has faked an injury. He's told us how he didn't get his send-off that he wanted. The guy's faked an injury on a specific point of the pitch where he walks around in front of the entire Stretford end, goes off, not even injured enough to go down the tunnel, sits on the bench, milks the applause from all four sides of the stadium, sits down.
What, you think that's deliberate?
Oh, of course, there's no way. Look at where he went off injured. He started in the box, went near the halfway line, nearer the touchline, so we have to go all the way around the pitch in front of the Stretford end. He's clapping it, milking it. He goes down, like, you know how steep that is off the pitch? He's gone down 5 metres, gone up on a supposedly injured leg. Not gone down the tunnel, he's milking the applause.
Can I ask you a question?
I've got to respect it, yeah.
I was going to, obviously we talk about the game, but I just find it so funny that that's your opening, like, you just got to get that off your chest, like.
You got to respect that, haven't you?
Well, do you know what? He got his send-off, innit? He got his send-off. Rashford, in the mood again, innit? I know you can only play what's in front of you. Like you said, Forest weren't very good. You know, Burnley, same thing. But he's looking sharp, man.
He's looking so sharp. He's seeing things he didn't see before. He's a lot more decisive, a lot more sort of aggressive every time he gets the ball. You love to see it. He's back playing his best.
Yeah, and that's, you know, from where he was last year when he was just looking, you know, so lost, to see him smiling, to see him being direct, to see him getting goals, assists. That's what we're going to need going forward, you know, especially we missed out on Gakpo and we don't know what's going to happen, but with the players that we do have, we need him to be at it.
Yeah, and it's nice, like, you can trust him now. You can have Malacia tucking in to give him that 1v1 space out wide. And Rashford's delivering with it. That's what the thing is, obviously, if Rashford doesn't deliver, then you've got a problem because your wing's open. But you're giving him the 1v1 space, let him do his thing, and he's delivering every time pretty much he gets the ball. It's fantastic. He's looking for other players, and it's Benny McCarthy apparently who's done a great job with him, so full credit to the lad.
Tactically today, with what we did, we'll talk about some more individuals in the set, but tactically with how we set up, was that perfect execution of what we were trying to do? Because we know that Forest were going to sit back. They didn't play a back five, they went 4-3-3, but they were obviously not pressing, and it was on us. You know, at times there was Luke Shaw and Varane right up in their half, you know, let alone not pushing over the halfway line. Was that sort of perfection from our point of view?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. We've seen a lot this season. We talked about minimum width quite a lot in the tactical views. Well, we've got the wingers a little bit narrower this time because we knew they were going to sit deep, not really come out too much. We had the wingers right on the touchlines either side, fullbacks tucking in a bit, but that tried to stretch the last line to give us space to operate in. And look, when the team you're playing against are that bad, if you get a little bit of space, it's easy to score, easy to create chances. We should have probably scored 7 or 8, let's be honest.
Absolutely, I agree. That was probably one of the only frustrating things tonight, if we're being greedy, is that it should have been 5s and 6s, but with the chances that we created and the opportunities that we were able to explore. Casemiro, just strutting about today, isn't it? He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's brilliant. You see him one place on the pitch, he wins the ball back, gives it to somebody else, spreads it out, and 2 seconds later the next guy loses the ball and he's right on the other side of the pitch to win it back. It's brilliant. But the thing we've learned from him, and in the last 4 weeks, one of the things I think you've seen that United and Ten Hag have worked on is after set pieces in particular, every single player on the edge of the box around that area, they lock onto that ball. As soon as it gets cleared, anyone on the edge, they're sprinting forward, getting on, winning that 50-50. Even if you don't win it, the next player will win their 50-50. They're reacting so much faster. And you can see today, when you're taking risks, like, I know obviously it's a corner or a free kick or whatever, if you're hitting that at the front post, if you don't get there first, there is a risk that it gets cleared, there's a good counter-attack on. The number of times today we had that, we took that risk of hitting it to the front post. Obviously it worked out, it was something they were weak at, but when it didn't work, when they got there first, our players locked onto it, won the ball back first, no transition, no chances, and that is how you get better and better. That's how you start dominating games for 90 minutes. That's what we needed to see. And look, they put the work in for 3-4 weeks. Casemiro, he's been away in Qatar, but he doesn't need to work on that. He's brilliant at it already, but the rest of them, fair enough.
Yeah, I did like that, because these are games here, like I said, if you look at historically with us in recent years, you know, the low block teams at home, recycling the ball, we're struggling, we're going side to side, there's not much penetrative passes, we're not breaking the lines, we haven't got runs in behind. And again, although from the outside looking in, you can say, you know, they were rubbish, chalk it off easy. But actually, we do need to give ourselves credit, because these are the games we would trip up on. These are the banana skins, and we made it very comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It's a brilliant performance. And look, you can see Ten Hag's changing things up. It's nice to see what he's worked on during the break. It's nice to see that he's gone with a really wide front three today to try and break him down. And look, he's making Aaron Wan-Bissaka look like a footballer again.
Well, talk to me about that, because it's Burnley and it's Nottingham Forest, so, you know,
the guy's controlling a ball.
He is now, isn't he?
Ten Hag's working miracles.
So you say what? So what are you saying then? Ten Hag's got hold of him, and there's a player in there now.
He couldn't control the ball before. Every time he gets it, he's chasing his own first touch. Now
He just looked composed. Didn't he?
he's tucking in and he's passing the ball 1 and 2 touch stuff. He's not panicking. There's none of that.
But we do need to see that, like, you know, when we play Arsenal, when we play like, you know, there are different levels. But you can only speak about what's happened, and he's been out of the fray for a long time, and he does deserve that little bit of credit to say, you know what, you've been way away from the first team between illness and Ten Hag not fancying you and Dalot just being a machine.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a team game. When we've needed him, we needed him in them last 2 games, and he's come up trumps. Who's your man of the match to finish off?
Easy one. Same as everyone else. Casemiro.
Yeah,
what a player.
brilliant,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him, actually.
So lucky.
All that Casemiro agenda at the beginning where you got onto him, you lot are a disgrace and a cheat.
No comment.
Nice one.